Hmm. Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic families, the GCV, and of course, Druuill Nation. Let's get right into it. You're being gang stalked by perpetrators in your own neighborhood. Here's how you'll know. When you're being gang stalked by people in your own neighborhood, you're going to be experiencing weird interactions with people. It's almost going to seem as if it's forced. People are going to pop up at weird times when you go to do things because of your routine. And they watch you from day to day to be able to pick up on you and to be able to study your moves so that way they can know what you do and where to be. They want to be where you are. All right. They want to be where you are. Like Chris Brown, they want to be where you are. All right. They want to be where you are at the exact moment. They want to try to create instances between you and them to where it leaves you confused, where it leaves you scratching your head, wondering what just happened. And the devil is the author of confusion. And what they're trying to do is just that. They're trying to create confusion. That's how you know you're going to be, that's how you know you're being gang stalked by people in your neighborhood. When you go to live your life, it's going to feel like other people are always there and always present at an alarming rate. What do you mean? People are always out. People are always in the world. People are always living. It's different. And not a lot of people experience this type of behavior. We're talking about people who are targeted and people who are made to seem like they're going crazy because of the setups and the attacks on their mind that other people are presenting to them. They want you to think that it's all happening in your head, but they're playing a well played out, a well planned out, a well thought out game against you. And this is how you know you're being gang stalked by perpetrators. People are going to be showing up times where you go to do things. People are going to be showing up at the same place as you, same time as you, copying the same thing you do. And they're going to do that as a way of you trying to get your attention. The best thing to do is to act like they're not even there. And for some people, it is going to take a while. Other people are going to be skilled at it right away to where they're going to see it happen. They're going to be aware of it happening, and they're going to just be able to ignore that person. Shout out to all those people. But some of us have to work our way to that point because the energy is just too toxic, it's too overbearing, and it's really causing some to really be affected by it. So it's like you have to thicken your skin when dealing with these kinds of people because they are trying to get a reaction. And this is how you know you're being gang stalked by perpetrators in your neighborhood. If people are repeating the same activity, constantly making you upset, angry, or frustrated when they do it. And it's difficult for people to understand, but for those out there that do, this video is for you. If you can't grasp the things that are being discussed in this video, you may want to watch another one or click off because it's probably not for you. These videos are for specific people who are going through it. If you're going through something in life and you're seeking some type of information on the subject, you're going to watch something that pertains to that. And if you're watching this and it doesn't pertain to you, it may be a disconnect between you and this video and the information being given in it, because it's not happening to you. But then there are those who are low-key stars and low-key celebrities. And what I think is, a lot of people don't see it, but then I think there are those that do see it. And I think that they're jealous, and their jealousy isn't allowing them to be honest with you as far as what you're experiencing, because it's like they are looking at it from a point of people caring about you more than they're cared about, or they're looking at it from a point of view of you being more important than them, or they're thinking that. Because I mean, you can see it as clear as day, but other people want to peg it off as a delusion. They want to peg it off as you being delusional. But people in your neighborhood will do that. They're probably jealous of your home, probably jealous of your family. They're probably evil, satanic occultists. All right, they probably have a group to where they go worship a dead goat in the woods or something. You know, they probably do rituals, eat babies. Probably got people hiding underneath their stairs. If you go in their home, you seen that movie, The Stairs? They got people living under the stairs. They probably got people trapped in their home, in their residence. But these perpetrators want to try to destroy your life within the neighborhood. They see that you have this perfect little life, even with all the things that you go through. You know it's not perfect, but when they look at it, they see it as perfect. They see it as something that they would love to be able to experience. And they are more than likely being provoked to do this by law enforcement. There are people that are seen as a threat because they move differently. They have a different set of beliefs. Their energy is too strong. And a lot of these things happen spiritually. That's why it can't be detected physically. See, when you are aware of gang stalking, it's also spiritual, but it's also physical. So people may not, if they're not going to be aware of the spiritual aspect of it, they're probably not going to be able to catch the physical aspect of it, or vice versa. If they can't see the physical, they damn sure not going to be able to see the spiritual aspect of it. They're just going to be lost in the sauce as far as this goes. But a lot of these folks are put on a list, just like certain targeted individuals may be put on a list. This person has been set up, and they're being made to participate in this kind of stalking so they won't be exposed. So it's like they've done some type of act they don't want anybody to be aware of with the chief handler, whether it been a crime, whether it been something they don't want anybody to know, you know, on some touchy feely type business, you know. Some of these stalkers are, and you like, you'll get the vibes. Yeah, some of these stalkers are batting for the other team. Some of these stalkers are into the same sex. Some of these stalkers aren't just into the opposite sex, but they're into other things. So it's like they'll be put on lists to be blackmailed because they've done something that they don't want anybody to know. And that's why you get the vibe that some of these stalkers either like dudes, if you're a dude, or if you're a girl, you get the vibe that some of these stalkers like girls because of the activities that they've done behind closed doors. And some people are stalking for that reason alone. Some people are stalking because they've done something that they don't want nobody to know. So they use that against people. They lure people in to the gang stalking lifestyle, and they want people to go party with them. And doesn't it sound familiar? Doesn't it sound familiar? Just like with certain people and their parties and them having cameras in their home, they'll do things like this. They enlist people like this all the time. It's called blackmail. They blackmail people, and now you have this person who you don't even know following you, stalking you, trying to gain information on you. But this is how the handlers, the people who don't want to be seen, this is how they get people to work for them. This is how they get people involved in stalking in the first place, because you got to ask yourself, who has the time for that? This is it's demonic activity. It has to be somebody evil. It has to be someone that has time for it, someone that's involved with people who are into these kinds of acts. So it's like they want to stalk you because they're not trying to be exposed. Some of these people aren't in it the way you think they are. Some of these people are born into being stalkers. They're born into this type of activity, and it's to police. It's like what they did in Germany. All right, they did this in some foreign countries so that people would police themselves. Not sure if it was, yeah. Let me see for a second. Yeah, it's a lot going on. Um, there's a lot going on with that. They want to police your life, and they want to control you, and you either won't join their group, you won't be their friend, you won't uh, move in society like how they want you to move, and it's becoming an issue for them. So the one thing that they do, whether you piss somebody off or you upset someone, made somebody mad because their ego's hurt now, you won't appease to them, you won't be the person that they want you to be, or behave how they want, or engage with them energetically how they want. So now they have people that will stalk you, or it could be just you pose a threat in society. It's like you are someone that they have to keep an eye on, because like the way you move, you don't when people don't move how they want people to move in society, and that person is influential, that person poses a threat. So if they want to keep people moving a certain way and behaving a certain way, once they see someone who's not in the matrix, they have to keep an eye on this person and they have to keep this person on edge and keep them irritated in a way to try to control their energy. So that way, this person is pretty much within themselves, still imprisoned within anger, resentment, hate, all these things. Like you could be freeing yourself, and they could be creating mental, spiritual blocks for you because of their harassment. And some of these people aren't even aware of what they're doing. Some of them aren't even aware of what they're doing. Some of these people are getting hit with frequencies and energy weapons. And when they get hit with it, it will stop them from being who they are for a second. They put this stuff in movies all the damn time. People get hit with something and they don't remember what happened to them. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. They like the spirits are aliens, and they have technology that when they possess people with, they're able to inhabit them and create certain weapons. They're bringing these weapons down from the spiritual realm as evil in tangible form, in the form of a weapon, of energetic frequency weapon that they use to alter people's moods, change people's minds, make them do certain things. All they got to do is just zap you with it. Like, why you think they got all these random towers around? People don't even know what the use for all of them is. They started putting these towers up and try to make them look like trees. And I said, well, they could tell you what it's used for, but just because they tell you what it's used for doesn't mean it can't be used for something else. So when you realize that people are coming home the same time as you, you're being gang stalked in your neighborhood. When you realize that when you go out for a jog or before you leave your house, the same car passes your house every day, or every time you go to leave at a specific time, a certain car drives by and honks the horn and you don't even know these people, or a certain car drives past every time you go to get your mail, like right on time kind of thing, or damn near pretty close, you're being gang stalked. When people are doing, say you go out, you just say you have to do some yard work, it's quiet. You out there working on your yard, it's quiet. You out there sweating, it's quiet. Cutting trees, it's quiet. You're out there working hard, picking up the limbs in your yard, it's quiet. As soon as you go to inside to take a shower, relax, get dressed, you just finish your yard work, you go to lay down, you go to chill, and now somebody's wants to make noise and bang or turn on a saw or mow their lawn as soon as you go to sit down and relax. It's like when people are doing things on cue, when you do them, and to try to either irritate you or take your peace or be annoying or aggravate you or agitate you, that's how you know you're being gang stalked. When people are doing things to try to affect your mood and to change how you presently feel from good to bad. I'm talking about people who will watch you do all that work, and not only that, watch you go inside, come back outside, you put your feet up, you sit in your lawn chair. As soon as you go, boom, 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 like just weird occurrences between you and your neighbors. People who are supposed to be friendly. And then shout out to all the good neighbors. Shout out to all the good neighbors that bring you cookies, that check on you to see if you're okay, if they know you went to the hospital. God forbid. Shout out to all the good neighbors. Bring you over a bowl of soup if they know that you're sick and you can't cook right now. Or they checking on you about your wife because they know something happened, or you just shout out any reason, for whatever reason. Shout out to all the good neighbors. Shout out to all the good people in the neighborhood. Shout out to all the good, wherever you at. Shout out to all the good people, because good people are hard to come by. And well, we're not gonna say that. Good, there's always an abundance of good people. All right, but few and far between. We all know that you're not going. There are certain people you're just not going to meet a lot of all the time, and there's certain people that are just real good and a blessing to you when you meet them, and it's good when you're around them, and it's good when they're around you, and the energy's being reciprocated. So it's good when there's good people. When you're in the presence of good people, you're in the presence of God. But when you're in the presence of perpetrators, there's going to be things that you can't quite put your finger on. There's going to be things that make you second guess yourself, things that happen that you can't quite understand. As soon as you go for a walk, it's going to be somebody that always drives past at a certain time, and this person may even try to hit you or drive close to you or make you feel unsafe on the road in your neighborhood, like you don't live there, but it's repeatedly happening kind of thing. They do these things so you'll act out. If you go to damage their vehicle, they can call the police, get you thrown in jail, press charges against you. Anything that they can do to try and create a problem, but without seeming like they're creating a problem, because no one wants to be watched that close. It makes you feel paranoid, but they're creating the paranoia in you. But if you were to go to explain these things to someone, they're going to say that you're paranoid, you're thinking too much, you're putting too much into certain things. When you come home and people are coming home, and when you go out, People are following you to the same place. We both live next to each other. We go into the grocery store at the same time. We going to wash our clothes at the same time. So it's people that have that don't have too much going on in their life, that don't have much to do, and that are given tasks possibly by law enforcement. And whatever threat you pose to people on a higher level, it could be a chain of command. It could be the townspeople. It could be someone in the council. It could be someone higher up. Someone could have slandered your name or lied about you or said something about you to where now people feel that you're a threat, or they feel that they have to watch you. They feel that you make them unsafe or something for whatever reason, and they'll pass down a chain of commands. Tell this group to tell the police, to tell the town, to tell the neighbors. Sometimes they'll have the police tell the neighbors to watch you, and the neighbors will actually think that they're in assisting them in some type of sting, or helping them out, or being a good citizen. That's what I was trying to figure. I said sting. Good God, good God. Um, they think they're being a good citizen, but really what they're doing is they're just participating in gang stalking. So they'll lie and tell, like, well, this person sells drugs, or this person hurts people, or this person is doing something, criminal activity worthy, and we need you to keep an eye on them. Like, this stuff adds stress to people because it adds extra pressure. It's annoying to have to endure people being nosy in your life all the time. When I first started going through this stuff, it made me freak out, man. I was really having a hard time dealing with it because I did not like people paying that much attention to me. I'm like, mind your damn business. Go do something you want to do with your life. Like, go live your life. I was really irritated by it, and you could really see that in a lot of my early videos, that I was struggling with this, and it was really bothering me because I did not like it. I'm very personal. I'm very private. I did not like it. Certain things I don't mind sharing, but as far as like my peace when I'm in my home, or when I'm just trying to live my life or go about my day, weird stuff has been happening like that for a while. And all the things of you noticing people walking in front of you, people pulling out as soon as you go to pull out, people backing out on you while you're driving past their home, weird things that happen. Like, so if you're noticing weird things in your neighborhood that are just too good to be true, too many coincidences, too many incidences where it's coincidences, then the people in your neighborhood are gang stalking you. I was staying at this place, and I would go for a walk to go do videos. And then when I'd go do my video, people would walk up and come out to the park. But it's like something that is not being used, but you go to use it, and now everybody wants to use it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when people are trying to watch you, see what you're doing down there, and you get the vibe that that's the only reason why they're down there is because they're trying to see what you're up to, that becomes irritating and annoying. And they want to try to get in your way and disrupt you on top of it. Of course, they got to. They're gang stalking you. But it's okay. After a while, you get used to it, and you find ways to just get around it. Like, okay, you're going to act like this. I'll just go over here and do my thing somewhere else. I don't have to stay here around you and your noise making and your noise campaign and your interruption and your disruption and whatever eruption. I can get away from it. But that's how you tell. Um, you go for a walk in the woods, and as soon as you go to walk in the woods, you hear somebody starts cutting grass as soon as you start to go enjoy you some nature, but they wasn't doing that before they saw you. People will watch certain people, see what they're up to, see what they're doing, and if they are made to feel like, if you make them feel some type of way, they're going to try to take it out on you some kind of way if they're evil. And a lot of that is just stalking by proxy, but some of it is gang stalking. Some of these people are just naturally, innately evil, and then some of them are in satanic cults where they target people and they have them on lists, and they send out people who they blackmail to harass you and stalk you so they don't become exposed. by their group handlers because they were engaging in some unsavory, unworthy, unbecoming activity. So this stuff is deep. It's a lot that goes into this. All right, they want you to be as least influential as possible. Once you find out who you are, you start to realize how much power you have, and you want to do something good with it too, and you see what you're supposed to be doing with it. That's too much. They have to try to make you unstable or appear unstable, or they have to try to get people to go against you to where you're canceled. That's what this whole cancel culture is about. Without even giving people a chance to speak, they just want to cut you off from your freedom of speech and just cancel you. Some people need to be canceled, but then some people you just need to hear what they have to say, and you either form your opinion, you either agree with it or you don't. But you don't shun them because you have a difference of opinion. But yeah, that's how you tell you're being gang stalked. People will beat as soon as you walk in your home, somebody's horn goes off. As soon as you go to sit down, they watch you to the point to where they know you sit down, you relax when you get home. Like when weird things happen between you and other people, and it's like seems like it's a right on cue kind of thing. Like as soon as you do something, like they do it, like it's like now kind of thing. If it feels like that, people are probably watching you and they're doing things energetically aimed at you spiritually. Somebody may be doing something in their yard 50 feet away from you, but if they're doing it because of you, then they're aiming that negative energy at you spiritually, and they're trying to cause you to have some type of irritation or upset or be mad at them, and they're trying to vex you and cause you inner conflict. So if you're experiencing the things that I've spoken of in this video, you're being gang stalked. All right. I want to go over in some other videos on how to combat these types of things. Some people already know a lot of things on what to do on how to try to get rid of these people, or not totally get rid of them, because it's something that you probably won't do, but they'll show a lot less interest in you if you do a number of things that I will discuss in the next video. But I will be making a video on how to make their how to get them to at least resist a little bit, or fall back a little bit. So for you to resist them a little bit and to make them fall back a little bit. Excuse me. But anything good and positive that you can do to keep your sanity and fight back is a positive thing. Because I mean, and when I came back, they were so slick with it. When I came back, before I could cross the street, one person was riding a bike this way and another person was riding a bike that way, and they crossed at the same time. That it was conducted. It was like it was out of a movie. And people that watch you, that pay attention to you, that play these evil games, they will take part in it sooner or later, just because they see how peaceful you are and how you choose to live. They could tell that you're not evil and that you need to be watched. They watch good people. They're waiting for you to do something wrong so they can spread something, they can find something out. And also on top of that, not only that, they want to figure you out. But your neighbors feel your spirit and they know it's something up with you energetically, and they want to figure it out. And if they can't figure it out, they're either going to try to figure it out or destroy it, or figure it out so they can destroy it. Ah, all right. So shout out to all the warriors out there. Shout out to all the brave peacemakers. Shout out to everybody fighting for their right to live and be free and have their freedom as they choose to not have people with stank breath all up in their face asking them questions when you just want to live your life and go for your walk and enjoy yourself without people all up in your face wanting to know, well, where are you going? Well, I'm just going somewhere. Well, where? That's none of your business. Like as audacious as some people are, you're gonna have to be audacious back. And I know you may want to be a good person, but you're going to have to break out of that stuff because a lot of people will take advantage of that. So if you want to be a good person, be good to yourself, set boundaries, don't let people steal your energy, and always be aware of your surroundings. And when people do things to you, you're going to have to train your mind to just not give a crap and just act like you don't care. Pretend you don't care. So I'll be seeing you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We are out. I'll see you. Stay strong.